coffee in Charlotte. So I'm here with Blake Connolly, and we're at Optimist Hall.
Yeah.
So I've decided to get us some coffee at Suarez, the Cuban bakery. So I got a Cafe Cubano, and you got a Cafe Cortadito.
Cortadito.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a
Yeah.
sip, see how we feel.
A little intense.
It's a little intense. I wasn't ready.
It's good.
It's good, but it also feels like we're gonna be up till 1.
Yeah.
So, Blake Connolly, you are a booked and busy comedian,
Sure.
out and about in
Sure,
town.
try.
Let's see, how long have you been doing stand-up?
2 years.
2 years?
Yes, 2 years.
There's no way.
Maybe like 2 years and 3 months.
Okay.
It's better to round down though.
Like, you just feel like such an experienced comedian.
Oh,
when
it's
I
very
see you
nice.
perform.
Thank you.
You're like a baby person. You're like
Yeah, I'm
20.
23.
He's
Yeah.
23.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Growing up, did you kind of always endeavor to start doing stand-up comedy? Were you drawn to it as a kid, or was it something you kind of just...
Yeah, I always liked it as a kid because my dad would watch a lot of stand-up. My dad would watch a lot of Kevin Hart. I would watch him watch Kevin Hart, you know? And I was like, man, this makes my dad laugh, so that's pretty sweet. I read Kevin Hart's book, and then Kevin Hart was talking about how he would go to open mics and he would like write material. And I was just like, I didn't know that's how it works. I thought they just found Kevin Hart. I wanted to do it, but I didn't have the guts. To keep it PG, I didn't have the guts until I was about 20.
Okay,
yeah.
you could say balls if you want.
Oh,
It's
okay. I didn't
It's
have the
okay.
balls.
Where was your first like comedy performance? Like, which open mic was it?
It was at Starlight, a very popular mic here, one of the
Big
better
mic.
mics in town, Starlight on 22nd. At the time, Jordan was still hosting,
That's
Jordan
right.
Century. I don't know what like finally pushed me to do it. I think it's because I said like, I'm gonna do comedy before I'm 21. And then so a week before my 21st birthday, I went to Starlight, and I got there late because I came after class. So like I had class until about like 8, and I took the light rail. I got there at 8:30. I knew Jordan was hosting, and I was like, hey, are there any spots left? And I was hoping he would say no. And he goes, oh, there's actually one left. You could go at the end. And so I did it, and yeah, it was actually decent. So that's the only reason I kept doing it.
Do you remember your first set?
Definitely talked about college, because that was what I was doing at the time. There was a lot of jokes about how college is just dumb now. It wasn't very funny, so I don't like remembering it.
I was just curious if you used any like nuggets still, like in some of your
There's
sets.
maybe parts of it that have turned into something else. Like I said something about, I'm like, oh, I'm a finance major, which I do realize makes me a giant piece of shit. And it kind of got a laugh, and I now have a bit about finance.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And that joke does really well here in Charlotte because
It does.
Charlotte
yes,
is
it
for
does.
finance
Yeah.
everywhere.
That's actually like a really fun joke to tell because it's like almost offensive, but it's not at all. It's just
Yeah.
true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that evolved into what it is now.
Yeah. It's interesting how sometimes you might throw something at a wall at a mic,
Yeah.
and maybe like you kind of sense that it has
Yeah,
legs,
exactly.
and
Yeah,
then you
yeah,
just
yeah.
keep playing with it.
I like when I say something and then like you can tell, sometimes the audience doesn't laugh, but you can tell that they're like perceptive to what you said. And I feel like when you get that, you're like, I need to work on that.
I also feel like it can be intimidating because if you throw some shit at a wall and it doesn't stick,
Yes.
they'll tell you
Right.
with the silence.
Exactly. I wrote a bit like a couple weeks ago that like when I wrote it, I was like, I know this is a great bit. And I did it at mics for a week. It just wasn't working. But it was one of those bits where I just knew, I was like, this is a good bit.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna keep doing it. And I did it on like a show. It worked exactly how I wanted it to work. And so it's definitely, it's like the mics really are kind of just to say it and get comfortable saying it. If you're comfortable saying it to nobody enjoying it, then that's how you know you really believe in it. And that's the ones you should keep doing.
It's like it's kind of capturing your essence a little bit.
Right, because there's too many times where I'm like, I think somebody will think this is funny, and then it bombs, and to me that's the worst kind of bomb. Because I'm like trying to make you happy, and it still doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know? So I've started trying to be like, I am fine if nobody laughs, because I think this is really funny. Where does this go? Oh, is it really?
You want to try it?
Oh my.
Okay. I'm
Not
really
after that
selling
face.
it, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Fuck, sorry.
Might as well throw up.
Just like, oh, God. Everybody we meet, for the most part, they've moved into Charlotte from somewhere else.
Yes.
Actually, are you from Charlotte?
I was born in New Jersey. My family moved to Wake Forest when I was very young, and then I went to UNC Charlotte for college.
Got it.
So
Okay.
mostly, I've been here like 4 or 5 years.
So you're local enough, like comfortable with
Yes.
most of the city.
Yes, yes.
Got it.
Sadly, yes. Are you from Charlotte?
I'm not. I'm originally from Vegas. Yeah.
cool.
But I moved here from Southern California right before the pandemic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. How does your family and your friends kind of feel about you doing stand-up? Do they come to shows? Do you invite them?
Yeah, my friends love it, which is cool. I hid it from everybody for the first 3 or 4 months, and then I told my mom. And my mom and my dad totally support it, which is very cool. I think it's because I am mostly responsible about the rest of my life. I live on my own, I pay all my own bills, and I take care of myself, so they're like, do whatever you want. And it helps now that like, you know, a lot of gigs pay for travel, so it's like, you know, I'm not like losing money every time I do it, so they're more understanding now.
Definitely.
Yeah. And my dad's seen me a couple times, which is
Nice.
cool. My mom hasn't yet, but I'll send her clips.
Yeah.
She likes them. Yeah. I want to wait until I have like a really good like 20-minute set that my mom could see. She wouldn't care, like she would come watch me do whatever. But there's definitely a lot of material I have about my mom. Like I have a bit about my mom being hot. It's not it's other people's.
Right,
You know what I mean?
sure.
Like other
Editors,
people's
yeah,
point
sure.
of view. But yeah, like there's definitely material where I'm just like.
And then
I
you've
wonder-
also got one where you like you wake up with a
Yeah, right,
situation.
right. That one's, I love that bit.
It's hilarious.
It's a
It
very
kills
fun
every
bit.
time.
Yeah, it's a very
It'd be
fun bit.
even more hilarious if your mom was like, he's talking about me. Do you have siblings?
I have a sister.
Okay. How
Yeah.
does she feel about you doing stand-up?
She thinks it's pretty sweet. Moved to Wyoming, like after college. She works a bunch of jobs out there.
Crazy.
She definitely pushed the boundaries of the family.
Do you have a 9 to 5 or?
I do,
okay.
yeah.
They know that you do stand-up?
My boss doesn't know. A couple people have found out. One of the people has come to a show. They think it's very cool. My boss can find out as long as it doesn't interfere with, you know, my day job. I let everybody else kill in the break room.
Right.
It's
Oh,
it's
got
not
it.
my job. Yeah.
Yeah.
I take the back seat.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I like that you're like, they found out, like it's OnlyFans. That's
Yeah,
great.
right.
I love it.
It does feel that way.
I know.
It does totally feel that way.
Because especially working a 9 to 5 and then having such a very busy like 5 to
Yes.
9 like
Yes.
we do,
It's very tough.
Doesn't it feel sometimes like you're working 2 jobs?
All the time.
Right.
Literally all the time.
Right.
Yeah, because I got to get up at like 6 or 7 for my first job, and then I'm out until, most of the time I'm out until at least 11 at night, if not more,
Yeah.
you know, especially on weekends. And sometimes now I'm traveling more for shows. So my apartment's a mess because I'm just never there.
I was gonna ask, how's your laundry pile? Because
Oh,
mine's
it's
a disaster.
disgusting.
Yeah. I've thought about just throwing out my clothes.
I 100%, yeah. Honestly thinking of having to just go to like paper plates because my sink is just, it's gross. Literally anytime my girlfriend comes over is the only time I
Tidy up?
Yes.
I'm also coming across a lot more people that are getting maid services or cleaning services. I've
Yeah.
thought about it.
I've thought about it too. I could definitely do it because I
Right.
literally, it's embarrassing how dirty my space is because it's like 400 square feet. it's like there's no way. And I've thought about it, so it would be pretty cheap, but I don't like people in my space.
I get it.
You
Yeah,
know?
I feel the same way. Well, I also have like dogs and a husband, so I feel like they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, there's
That's
too
fair.
much going on.
Yeah.
Also, like, I feel guilty at the idea of like hiring a maid because it's like I could do it. I'm just
Right.
busy.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah, I can't. I just can't. I can't be bothered. That's the
Yeah.
problem. What I'm worried is I'm being so prudish now that I'm blocking me. Yeah, like I don't know what to do. Do you have a blanket?
Do you notice, especially on the days where you've got like lots of shows and stuff
Yeah.
at night, how is your eating habits? Like, do you
Terrible.
Mine too.
It's horrific.
So my go-to is usually Cookout or McDonald's. Do you have a go-to like place that you grab food on your way home?
This is embarrassing.
Do you go through phases?
I definitely go through phases.
Yeah.
I gotta, sorry, I'm talking up and I don't know how these things work. I'm not too good at interviews if you couldn't tell. Yeah, phases. Okay, so this is what I found out recently. You ever been to Love's gas station?
Yes.
Yeah, so they do 2 for $5 hot dogs. So that's my current phase. See? I don't like that face you're making already. I told you. I prefaced it by being like, this is humiliating, and you still decided to make that face.
Oh
They're
my
very
goodness.
good.
I get it.
It's also funny to sit like this and be talking about gas station hot dogs.
They do it too
Yeah,
for $5.
so I go to Love's and I get a couple wieners. Yeah, chili. You can get chili, cheese, a lot of yeah. It's
Yeah.
$5.
Okay.
I will try to bring snacks if I'm
Ooh,
doing a
yeah.
long trip.
That's smart.
I'll try to do like protein shakes and bananas.
Smart.
I try to be healthy. It's just hard. If I drive 4 hours and I do poorly, and then I'm just alone with myself for 4 on the way back.
Yes,
A
absolutely.
lot of milkshakes are coming.
Yes,
A lot of them.
big
Yeah,
time. Ooh, what do you listen to when you've got like a long road trip to a show?
I want to be one of those guys where I'm like, yeah, I listen to like podcasts and enlighten myself. I really don't. I'll just listen to just the same song a lot.
Okay.
Or I'll go silent. Sometimes I go silence, which is pretty psychotic, I know. But I'll go
I
silent.
feel like this is like actually indicative of a very calm mind. That you're like,
Really?
no, I don't need to drown out my thoughts.
Sometimes, yeah. I try to do silence as much as I can, but it's not good most of the time.
Okay. Okay.
I don't really want to hear silence, if I'm being honest with you.
Sometimes I just clap.
Yeah, too much time to myself makes Blake a psycho boy.
Oh,
so,
God.
I also try to listen. Maybe I'll listen to stand-up sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I've also noticed since starting stand-up, I have a weird aversion to watching a lot of stand-up.
Really?
Not because I'm like a snob, but I think there's this part of me that's like, I don't want to accidentally absorb a vibe of a person.
It might be a hot take, but I think you're supposed to do that. Because if you watch most comics, you see the inspiration of like
Yeah.
every comic before them. A little bit. I think the whole point is like when you're new, you're just like imitating people, and you get good by imitating people, and then you get great because you reach a certain point where you start creating like your own. Early on, when I was like first starting, it was just like, yeah, that's just Shane Gillis. Like
I always saw you doing Jim Carrey to me.
Really?
Yeah, you always
Oh,
give
that's-
Jim Carrey vibes
Oh, that's
to
so
me.
nice. Yeah, I love Jim Carrey.
Yeah. You have a very interesting rhythm to the way that you speak.
Cool.
That's not like monotone, and so it's like very animated and interesting. So
Interesting.
even though you're not like, like you're doing that with your voice.
Nobody's
you know what
ever
I mean?
told me that. That's very
Yeah,
sweet. Thank
yeah.
you.
Because you're so tall as well, like you could take up a lot more space on stage
Right,
if you want to, but
right.
I've noticed you don't.
Right.
But you'll like your stage presence seems to be very much like your micro expressions and like
I try.
your volume.
Yeah,
You play
yeah,
with
yeah,
that a
yeah.
lot too, which I think is really interesting.
That's a very astute observation.
Yes, I've got the eyeballs. I use them. I do.
I try not to take up a lot of space because I don't. Yeah, I am tall, so I'm like. Part of me when I'm up there feels like I want to be like smaller. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know why. I try to do stuff with the face.
Yeah. When you have a very animated face, it's perfect for those like little clips you want to throw on Instagram and stuff.
Right, yeah. Somebody
Because-
told me that recently.
Yeah.
I had like a clip and they were like, oh, your facial expressions were really good in that. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's cool.
Because also, if you're more animated in that way, you're not necessarily making the audience wait too long to get to the punchline in a way. Like you're keeping them entertained and engaged because you're engaged, you know?
There's a lot of bits, especially live, and it's like they have things constantly throughout where it's like the bit might be like a 3-minute bit and there's a big laugh at the end, but they've got all these different things they're doing, whether it be like some kind of facial expression or some kind of act out or
Yeah.
whatever it is. And I definitely need to work on adding those moments where it's like, because everybody's got their bits that, there's kind of like a lull.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can get a laugh by just doing a facial expression, like whatever it is. Yeah, like you said.
What is your goal this year with stand-up? Are you working on writing a longer set? Are you working on like traveling more?
Yeah, I really want to have a really good 25-minute set. I think that would be it. I've gotten like a really good 10 to 15. But I'm starting to feature a little bit more, which is great.
Yeah.
And I can fill the time. I'm just like, this isn't as good as it could. Like, you know when you're not doing as well as you could be. I also want to have cleaner material.
I've been wanting to work on that too.
Yeah, it's
because
very tough.
they get booked so much.
They get booked, and also it's just like, anybody can enjoy it, which is good.
Writing clean is so much harder.
Yeah, it's harder.
Instinctively, you might want to reach for the low-hanging fruit or like the shock value of being like, I'm going to say boobs. And then it's
Yeah,
like,
right.
But if you have to use things like metaphors, innuendos, like
Right.
irony, and more like writing tools,
Correct.
then it's more satisfying to watch.
Yeah.
But it's also like more satisfying to write. True.
Because you're not doing the low-hanging stuff. You know, you have to really like think about it.
When I've watched your stuff, you're not necessarily super raunchy as a comic.
Yeah, I think I have like the PG-13 type of thing where it's like right there, but I also can't do a clean show.
My immediate thought is just like, okay, I'll just do like all of my shit, but I just won't swear. And that's clean. And it's like, but it's like taking the fangs off of my jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, so if you go in with the intention of writing clean, it's different, you know?
Yeah.
So
It's also, I mean, the thing is like, if you write it all clean, you can swear. What you can't do is you can't write a bit dirty.
And then clean it up.
Right, because a lot of the times the dirty is saying a bad word or subject matter, but like you could write a clean bit and then you can perform it dirty.
Right.
So it's like...
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, doing the reverse just feels like Kids Bop.
Right,
Like,
exactly. A lot of my bits were dirtier. And then I kind of just took away...
certain elements.
I took away certain elements that made it dirtier, and it actually got funny.
I think that might also show like your growth as a comedian too.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting to know yourself more,
Right.
but also like how you want to navigate your jokes. And,
Yes.
I think that's huge. That's a lot of why I don't believe that you've only been doing this 2 years, because like you are a very thoughtful comedian. Like, you're very intentional about the way you craft your stuff.
I tried it. I thought that was the whole point.
I mean, sometimes people would just be like, I didn't even think about something. I'm just gonna say stuff.
I care about being booked more than like, I'm an artist and I can just, I don't like making people uncomfortable. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, comics are just like, the whole point is to make the audience uncomfortable. And I'm like, I don't think that's what they paid for.
No, I don't,
I'm pretty sure they didn't pay $40 for a ticket and $10 for parking, and then they had to get 2 drinks each to sit there.
Possibly had to pay for a sitter.
Exactly.
And,
They're probably on a first date, and you want them to be sitting there like, that's not my idea of fun. It's not a comedy show.
Especially the ones that get really dark. Like, I'm just here to make them think, or I'm going to be different.
I'm not a big thinky guy.
I'm not a thinky, thoughty lady.
That's not my thing at all,
I just do the ha-has and the hee-hees.
Exactly,
Yes.
I don't really, you don't have to walk away with like a new insight from my... I would say that's probably a good tagline for my, not going to walk away with any new ideas.
It's gonna be the same shit. You know what I mean? Every time I've seen you go up, and honestly, like, stereotypically speaking, like, as soon as I first saw you, I was like, oh, he's probably gonna do like bro dude jokes. It's probably gonna be something about a date rape. I don't know.
That's exactly what I do.
But it was just a lot about like, stupid scantrons.
I'm tall and life is hard. Dating's hard.
Because I'm tall.
So hard to date hot women.
Yeah, exactly. So I just assumed it was going to be like, because there's a brand of type of comedy.
Sure, of course. Yeah.
But you...
Name names, Nicole.
But you've never done that. Which is...
It's very nice.
Admirable.
Oh, thanks.
Because, like, being a woman in comedy, like, I'm a minority.
Sure, yeah.
I'm also a brown woman, so I'm a double minority. But the amount of times I've gone to a mic, and probably you've been in the audience with me, hearing a guy be like, anyway, like, is it weird to, like, spike a girl's drink with fucking whatever?
Yeah.
And it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, of course.
It's definitely uncomfortable, especially when, like, you don't laugh and they're like, oh, you just don't get it. Da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, no, dude, like, that's gross. Like, don't be gross.
Yeah, it is pretty gross.
I think that's something to call out for sure, and I want to thank you for being so much more thoughtful and intentional about your audience and not wanting to make them uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of, I'm definitely not a fan of making people uncomfortable. I don't know, that's never been my thing. I've never wanted, I'm like aware of the bro-y comedy. I think some of my stuff can be bro-y.
I think also you can dial it up or you can dial it down.
Right.
But I also have kind of perceived you more as like a sleeper agent. Like, we can plop you in one of these circles and they'll be like blah 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 blah.
Right.
And you're like, yeah.
So I've noticed a couple times where I'll do a show and there's I can like bro it up or bro it down.
Right.
When there's definitely a crowd of like kind of that type of dude, I can play into it because that's what I've been like. I'm aware of it. I'm fully aware of how I look.
You're like a bro dude, but with a conscience.
Yeah, I know how I present myself.
I get it.
I showed up in shorts and a security T-shirt and a purple watch, and I'm fully aware of how I look and am perceived. So I can play it up. I also think like I've opened for a couple people that have like very female audiences, and so you kind of learn just pretty quickly that like, hey, you probably shouldn't be too bro-y when it's 100 women in the audience,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So,
No, I remember this one time we were at a mic together. It was at Sip City.
yeah.
And it was like you, me, I think Kevin Duffy. And there was like a guy that went up and it was like a 5 or 7 minute bit. It was just like nothing but like rape jokes and shit.
Right.
And I remember just being like, man, I just want to go have a cigarette. I don't want to be in this room. And then you went up right after, and I think you just roasted him for 5 minutes.
I did. I remember exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say who the comic was. And he was talking about how he thinks abortions are stupid.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I was like, with how much he jerks off, of course he thinks abortions are stupid. He's never come in a woman.
And I just remember being like, this fucking guy, because like you came up with this shit while watching, watching this person.
Maybe, okay, yeah, so that's probably what's made me, I guess, be less bro-y or more intentional, because like you go to those mics, and if you just sit in the room, in the back of the room, and something like that goes up, and then you see the audience, and you're just like,
You can like feel everybody
like,
being
I don't
like,
want to make anybody
"Ugh."
feel that way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like there's like 20 people in here that came to a show or an open mic, but it's like, there were like 10, 15 people in there, and they're like, we will sit and watch what these people are doing. And then your best idea is to just be like, yeah, right. It's like, yeah.
A vigilante, bro, and I'm with it. I'm good with this.
Nice, yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, definitely a double agent
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, I think you are. Which reminds me, especially for how like early on in your stand-up
Sure,
career
yeah.
you are. So you've done Austin, you've done lots of cities around Charlotte and like states around
Sure.
Charlotte. Can you like list a couple of places you've been?
Yeah, Austin was cool. I did a couple shows in New York, which is pretty sweet. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was really cool. That's the place for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Atlanta's a cool spot. Wilmington's my favorite.
Really?
I think Wilmington's my favorite
I
place.
really want to go to that
Wilmington
spot.
rocks.
But Charlotte's been really good to me, and I know it's been really good to you.
Charlotte's cool, yeah. It's a very good spot.
Are there any comics that come to mind that you feel like are doing really great work or are like really growing as comics or, opening doors for other comics?
I mean, Luik is a good pal of mine. He's great. Steve Hofstetter is cool, obviously. I mean, he moved here recently. It's very cool to have a headliner in our city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a touring headliner. See him, he's doing a bunch of local shows to kind of hopefully
Ingratiate himself in the community.
and also pump some energy into the scene.
True.
His shows where he puts up, like he does Steve and Friends, and then he puts people up in front of him in front of a sold-out crowd.
Yeah.
That's more than anybody's done for Charlotte since I've been here.
True.
So, I mean, obviously Sean Kett, do a ton of shows with him. He's got really good stuff.
Yes. Also a clean comic.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
very impressive. Caleb Troxel, Georgia Warder, she just came here too. Yeah, Nicole, she's doing great work. Pat Brown just moved here. Have you seen Pat Brown?
I haven't, but I need to.
God, she's so funny.
Is she?
She's hilarious.
Okay.
I saw Ian Edwards at Duckworth's, and she did a guest spot. Just crushed. It was
Yeah.
so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carol, I just saw her open at Duckworth's.
Yeah, she's a good buddy of mine. I wanted to ask one question about your writing process because something I've noticed
man.
about you is like you are always working on new material.
Sure.
You're always writing.
Yeah.
So, and I've been creatively constipated for like a fucking year, but I think
Hey,
it's
me
because
too.
wedding and other shit.
Oh, sure.
So, I'm trying to get into a writing habit, but like I am struggling. So, what is yours? Is it just all the time?
Well, in college I was much better about it because I would have time during the day just naturally. And now I kind of just like, I hope that like, I have like a free write thing in my phone where I kind of just have like a day. Like I'll just put the day in and then type it, like whatever. What I've realized is that like the ones that become bits are the ones that like the tags kind of form. You know what I mean? Like that's not good, really, because it's like I should sit down and write. Because there's some things in there that I'm like, if I just gave this 20 to 30 minutes of like writing, I would get something good out of it. But I've also realized that like I was doing that a lot when I first started, and then you become too like.
In your head about it.
You become too in your head, and then it's too just like,
Yeah.
you're not like loose on stage. You need to have more of a writing process, though.
Yeah, I
feel
really
like-
want to work on
What
that.
did other
this year.
people say? like when I was in Austin, I was writing all the time
Yeah.
because I was only doing comedy. So
Right.
I literally like I would wake up, I would write, I would go maybe for a run, I would come back, I would write, I would go to a mic, I'd be writing at the mic. It literally was all day writing, and I got all of my good material. And now I'm back here, and I'm like, I'm at work, and I'm like, maybe I'll scribble something down, and then I get home from work, and I'm like, maybe I'll scribble something down,
Yeah.
and then I'm at a mic, and I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm like listening to everybody, you know, and doing offensive stuff all the time. I'm
Yeah.
I need to sit down and write more. A lot of good stuff comes from like journaling, or like sometimes I'll read a book. Do that a lot in college, and I would think of ideas just based off what I was reading, and then I would write it down.
Interesting.
Does that make you
Yes,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it would make me think of something, and then I would go, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that when you're writing them in your phone that you do it by date.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my notes are mostly like the titles might be like diapers or something. Like it's like the subject or whatever.
So the goal is that like I do that free write, and then there's like one or two that I go, that could be a bit. And then I have like another folder that I call like working on. And then I'm like, I put that as the title, and then I write all the tags out.
Smart.
Yeah. So like there's the new bit that I was saying that I wrote like last month. I thought of it. I don't know why I did this motion. Yeah.
You thought of it?
It's like Professor X. Or I thought of it. I like thought of it, and I wrote it down because it was just like an immediate like, oh, that could be funny. And then like just that day it was just like, oh, add this. And then I was like, all right, put this in the working on. And then still like, it still feels like there's just parts of tags that just keep coming. And then what I like about it is the first time I really did it on a show, it was so loose. Like I wasn't like, I have to say this. I kind of just knew where I was starting, and I knew where I was gonna get to.
Yeah.
And then I had like a ton of fun in between.
Yeah.
And that made like, I literally haven't done the bit as well as I did it the first time.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the times when you do a bit the first time and it works, you kind of think like, oh, that was a great performance, but it wasn't really. You just think so because you weren't really prepared.
Right.
Like it's you know, like it's like when you don't study for a test and you get like a 75.
Yeah, and you're like,
hey,
I
that's-
didn't fail.
that's
Like,
pretty good.
I didn't
But it's
bomb.
like, it really felt like just, I knew the beats of where to be funny.
Yeah.
But then in between, I was just having so much fun with it.
Yeah.
That I was like, I want to do that with my writing process, where I'm just like, I know the beats of where it's funny, but it's not going to be like.
It's almost like a roadmap.
Yeah,
instead.
exactly.
Yeah, I
yeah.
think that's a good way to look at it. What do you think is like something maybe that might be holding the scene back?
It's not really like a big comedy market, you know? Like it's tough to do like showcases. This is a hot take coming from somebody that's been, you know what I mean? But it's like, you definitely want to have like showcases every night, you know? Because it's like, you want to get up every night. And so it's like, I wish there were more showcases on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But that would be really tough to do.
Yeah, because just getting butts in seats is already hard enough.
Yeah, and it's a very worky city, you know, where
I've thought about that.
Nobody's gonna come to a Monday. You know, it's like, it's hard enough to get off work. Then you want to go to a show at 7:30 or 8. You're gonna wake up. You're gonna go to bed late.
Yeah.
It's probably not. It's probably gonna be a show where some guy's talking about abortions. You're like, I don't.
Yeah.
It's very tough to do.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I would love if there were like nightly
More.
showcases. Yeah.
Yeah, I think because we have so many independent show producers in Charlotte too, I think that's been really good for that
Yeah.
problem.
It's like a weird dream to have, to just be like, I wish I could do 5 spots a night. It's pretty
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah.
But
I really love the communal element of our scene.
Yeah.
Like, I think it'd be really cute if we did more like writers groups or just like hanging out or just like workshopping
it's a good
shit
point.
together.
Yeah, it's a
or
good point.
just because I think that camaraderie, that like rising tide
Yeah.
lifts all boats thing
Yeah,
is
100%.
really nice. Such a fucking Care Bear answer to be like, I wish we all hung out more, but like
No,
a little
I think
bit.
I think it's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, writing groups would be good.
Yeah.
Or yeah, just even stuff. I mean, even stuff like this. Like we're
Yeah.
doing something.
Yeah.
You can be fun. You know what I
Right,
mean?
but
Yeah.
also it's like a good opportunity to like get to know certain comics that I
Right.
see a lot. Like I've talked to
Yes.
you a lot. I've been on a
Yeah.
lot of shows with you, but I haven't really been able to ever sit
Yeah.
down with you with weird coffee
course,
and
yeah.
been like, hey,
Yeah,
so
of
what's your
course.
deal?
Yeah,
you know?
right.
So thank you again for doing this.
Yes, thank you for having me. Yeah, of course.
I wanted to ask.